Hello, 3D Speed fans and Mio on board fans. I assume they're the same thing, but we'll see, I guess. We are here at Spa-Francorchamps, and it is wet. And just making some last adjustments to my setup. Open up the brake ducts a little bit. Make sure to use the pressures there. Beef up the fuel. Not that much. We're going to go 48. Oh, might have to redo all that.
Why Magus? Magnus. What's the reference to?
Belgian race car driver.
In TCR?
Yeah.
Alright, thanks.
Okay. I think we're good. We'll find out. Same temperature, and track condition and weather condition should be good. Should be wet all the way through. I'm going to go check on the recording PC and be right back. And wow, the recording PC decided to crash. Yeah, I can't get that set up in time. Problems with the recording PC lately. I don't know what it is. I should probably look into like driver updates and so on. See if maybe something is up there. That's about all I can think about because the settings for this PC and that PC.
I'm just using 45 and 30.
Hardware are not appreciably different.
Pretty close.
No way we're going to use 80. I mean, I'm not even going to do 20 laps, so.
Yeah. So, it is what it is, I guess.
Fast.
Yeah.
30 seconds.
Okay. Let's get her rolling. Hope everyone is careful. Wet weather at Spa does lead to a lot of variance in lines, braking points, throttle application, particularly through Eau Rouge. We'll see what happens. Did pretty well in qualifying. Picked up 8th place on the grid, and I'm ahead of Paul. Probably won't stay that way. Paul was just lazy. Come on, Mika. Come on. I don't want to go through a guy, but I will if I have to. Hopefully we see good tight gaps. Been doing better about that lately. It's a tad faster than I'd like to see, but not too bad. Of course, Eau Rouge, Spa is always weird with the Eau Rouge starting point. Cut over the track there. Max Simmons on my outside. I agree that I didn't gain any time off that. I think I actually lost time off that. I should long-term be able to attack the Lambo in Lake Home, but right now, the tires are actually up to temperature, but not pressure, so they're getting a lot of lateral movement at the moment. Leave in the comments below what you think the problem with the other PC is, as far as this is concerned. I do think the Lexus's big weaknesses right now are the sweeping turns, like here and at Blancimont. I feel like I am losing time there. But the Lexus also still has some curb use, and a lot of the other cars don't in the wet. Or at least comparatively less, so hopefully Lake Home and Le Franc can be attack zones. Mika did quite well in qualifying as well, so I don't know really where to put this car. We have all 3 of us in the top 5 or top 10, but the order is a bit weird. And we're missing some people today. Oh. Not a track cut, thank you. Very worried about track cuts today because I think we're going to cut Eau Rouge and Blancimont, probably Pouhon a couple of times. Hey! We just got platinum! $99 racecraft, 98 safety rating, 82 consistency, 96 track knowledge, and car control 100. Shouldn't have been reading that while driving, but I didn't think I was anywhere near platinum. Because my CP rating is still 0, and my pace rating is 24. So, like, you know, both of those are very, very low. Mika getting very wide in Lake Home. Up ahead, Burke in behind me. Super worried about Burke and Riccobeni, but they are gappers to someone I am worried about, and that is Guillermo Martinez, who has had a bit of a rough season. I thought he would do... He was my pick to win the silver, actually. Still feels weird going down to 3rd gear for Pouhon. Pouhon, Blancimont, and Eau Rouge are the fundamentally changed turns in the wet. Everything else is just kind of slower, more cautious. Like I'd take more curb there and probably be at higher speed through Les Franches normally. See, now I'm thinking about why the computer crashed. Because it seems to really just be ACC that does it. And when it was just the game crashing, you know, I don't worry about it. But this time the computer actually crashed. Marcel Letelier in the knee. Oh! Don't take that much curb ever again. Anyways, Letelier and the Nissan having some problems. 31.6, that's a little slower than I'd like to see. I'd like to be in the 30s. Or at least like low 31s. I got to the 29s in qualifying, but that was with like really low ducts, low fuel, everything. I would not expect to replicate that in any way, shape, or form. Andrew Burke a little faster through there. You can try and go down the inside, Mr. Burke, but I am a little familiar with your car. I have done more laps in that Audi than anything else in the game. Well, maybe the Lexus at this point. And I did not like your odds. Audi is a great car, but not one that I'd be really liking my chances at Lake Home in the wet or the dry against the Lexus. He would need to be much more alongside when we had hit the Kemmel Straight. But if he is able to do a much faster run through Eau Rouge, be a problem. Looks like the top 4 are getting away. Just a bit. Tellier, Simmons, and what battling up ahead of me? Got 3rd. Silver at the moment. Because I believe Dan French qualified very high up. Looks like there was some stuff going on. Oh, whoa, Burke. What happened there? Riccobeni's gone. I wonder, did Paulo hit Burke? If so, bad for our team. Slightly good for me because I find myself ironically fighting with him in the championship. Oh, come on, Mr. Burke. Whoa! Oh, I'm not happy about that. Mr. Burke, I suspect we will be throwing the penalty book at you for that one. One, the blatant cut of Eau Rouge to me is a fuck you. Honestly, like, don't get me wrong. In the wet, people are gonna cut Eau Rouge. I have no misgivings or thoughts on that matter. But to use it to get that kind of run on me, and then to kind of bully me a little bit there, like, that's not cool. Car feels okay, but obviously does end the hopes I had of going long into the pit window. And obviously ends my hopes at a top 10. Unless things go wrong for other people. And we don't like hoping for that. Actually, not that much damage. So we'll see. We'll see. The car does feel very slow right now.
Clear on the right.
It may be very minor damage, but I think it's impacting the handling a lot.
Slow car ahead.
Careful not to go too deep into bus stop. There's a gigantic puddle. Well, we'll see. This will be the big test, which is Eau Rouge. Somebody in the pits already. That is Martinez. He was sliding down at the side of the road, so I suspect he has got a somewhat massive problem. As I give a good cut there, that should be a track warning. No. Huh. I kind of disagree. Kind of just did what Burke did, which makes me think he didn't get a cut penalty? That'd be a bit weird. Not the same level, I don't think. I kind of think Burke didn't. Yeah, look at that. Look at that delta. My fear though is
No.
with there being so little repair time, is the car just broken? Like, is it something I can't fix? Because I know this game does have unfixable damage. If it's too internal, for example, the why am I blanking on the word? Diffuser. That's the word I'm looking for. Got an apology from Burke in my Discord. Didn't read all of it, but it started with sorry man, so he feels bad, but we're still gonna embarrass him. Because my only hope is stuff like that happens a lot right now.
Car on the left. Clear on the
Can't
left.
get there, and up behind me is now Dave Nelson, who I think is coming back from something. Did Dave touch me? I didn't feel a touch, but I also don't really know why both of us ended up off there.
Yellow flag, yellow flag.
This is so frustrating. It is frustrating. We will have a...
Slow car ahead.
We will have a pit window shortly, and cross our fingers. The car is fixable, but I don't know that it is. I'm having a hard time thinking that a 30.3 second pit stop would fix what we're feeling right now. You can see the pit. You can see the pit time there. It's just.
There's a slow car ahead. Yellow
Oh,
flag ahead.
I didn't have to change tires on. All right, that makes me actually feel a lot better. Ironically, it means I'm gonna spend like 20 more seconds in the pit lane, but
Yellow flag in sector 1.
But it does mean the car might be fixable. I'm just gonna hold that up there for now because, to be honest, it's slow right now. We're not gonna pit out of the window because the window is so long, or the pit lane is so long here. Like it's not an option. It would sink the race. But
The pit is now open.
pit window is open. What are we thinking for fuel? We're down to, we started at 28, so we used up about 24 liters. To go
There's a slow car ahead.
15 minutes. So 48. Let's just make it easy for myself. The amount we calculated for was 78 liters. It's going to be about 7. It's going to be probably less than that. So we'll just go 78. We're in danger mode at this point. I'm gonna give us a little bit of extra pressure in the fronts though, because yeah, this race is kind of done. But we get the lovely wet scenery of Spa-Francorchamps. We still have some possibly fun battles. It looks like one of the Cheney brothers is kind of in the mix with us here. So at least we can have that maybe. Some other people can hit problems, but definitely the top 10 that I think was on offer, or at least something like an 11th or 12th place, has gone out the door. And we know Paul also had fallen back, so it is not good for the Lexus crew right now. A couple other teams coming in for pit stops, so could be some other damaged cars, but We'll find out, I guess. Should be the right spot. Nope. Went a little too far. Better to go too far, I find, than going too little, to be honest. I'm gonna read Burke's thing. He says he hit the puddle. Alright. Fair enough, but I don't know. It's not good. Just because that puddle's always been there. Like, we're compensating for that puddle lap after lap after lap, so I don't feel great about that. I'm up at 20th right now, but that's not real because those who are unaware, I'm at the furthest forward pit stop, so I'm ahead of guys who are gonna zip on past me, including Tom Wazer. If I lose to Tom Waz, I'm gonna be very angry. And the car didn't turn on properly. Alright, moving on. See what we can do. Okay, car feels not nearly as sluggish as it was. So, here's hoping. See, that's the puddle he's talking about. Problem is, you know, like if anyone had an excuse to be on troubled spot, it was me. I was on the inside non-racing line. He was on the racing line. So, Andrew Burke, if you watch this, I accept your apology, but I am still reporting you. And I still think it was bad driving. Oh. Can we not? I'm going to have to look at that as well, I think. Ironically, because I feel like you shouldn't be doing that off of a pit stop. Maybe I'm wrong here, but I'll have to check if he was on the brakes or whatever, but he came right across the track. That is roughhousing. That might be worth a report. So I got 3 things to review now. One that I'm sure I'm reporting. One that, if there's contact, I'm reporting, but I honestly didn't feel contact. That was at the bus stop with Dave Nelson. So I have no idea. Yeah, as well, I was very slow at the bus stop because of the damage, so I could see the steward just waving it as a racing incident that basically is Burke's fault, effectively. Got a little out of shape there. Coming up to my fellow hometown homebrew home slice, Tom Loss. Dan French in the pits. He's a lap ahead. So apparently it was whoever that was. Was that Hicks? Is Hicks running a different livery? If he is, I'm going to be very displeased.
Car on the right.
And I didn't recognize that livery, so we're going to be hunting to see if Matt Higgs is running like a custom livery or something. And that's a no-no in this series. We are doing it for the 3-hour of Nürburgring that we're doing in prep for the RWB 9-hour of Nürburgring. Which I may broadcast the whole thing. Honestly, actually, what I want to do is record it. On the recording PC, if I can, so that I don't have to sit for 9 hours in this rig. I'm willing to sit some of the time that I'm out of the car, but I do. My body's gonna demand, you know, we get up and walk around and stretch and do some things. So I would really prefer if I could get the spectator PC to not crash and to run the game fine. And unfortunately, I'm not really sure if we're going to get any higher because it doesn't look like I'm making ground up on Cheney. We'll see though. Shit can happen. Still some pit stops to go. Max Simmons going late in the window as per usual. Flat. A bad lap time, not a good one. Like I said, I'd like to be in the low 31s, so I'd like to easily take a half second off that at least. Mind you, I'm also a little bit hot heavy on fuel right now, so we'll see. Off the track. Closing on Seth Cheney now. Looks like he made a mistake. I don't know what to make of that Eau Rouge issue. That might be something we have to police. Because it's not giving a track warning. I thought it would. Like, I right now fully admit that I think I should be on 2 track warnings. Both at Eau Rouge. But if it's not a track warning, it's really kind of letting us get away with murder there. Stop go for 54. Sure who that is. I think it's one of the dynamic Porsches. Oh no, is that Dan French again? Like, he's my rival, so, you know, I feel, part of me is like, yay, but part of me is like, he's had really kind of the wrong rub of the green when it comes to penalties and stuff. Also, Ayrton Tobin, I think, is fucked up, because he's still out here. Apparently he's not pitted, and the fact that he's in first place indicates that that's not a glitch, and he's not going to get in the pits before the window ends. That should be a pretty massive penalty. What's Cheney doing? So Cheney made a mistake, obviously. He's not, no way he's running 237s as a pace. So I think the gap randomly closed a lot through Eau Rouge. Granted, I cut Eau Rouge and probably put up a better lap time than is fair. But it was like several seconds I gained, so we're going to set a good example and make sure to... I'm going to basically drive like I have 2 track cut penalties. Because I think I should. I think I 100% should have 2 track cut penalties for Eau Rouge. Like, lap 1 was fine. It was kind of avoiding contact and using the runoff. And I also don't think I did it terribly fast, because at the start you're just not at the same speed. But I have twice cut Eau Rouge pretty badly without receiving a penalty from the game. So we're gonna race on like that's the case. And take Eau Rouge really closely. Eau Rouge is, I think, the only point where that might... yeah, speeding in the pit lane, 54. I think that's French. I think that's Dan French. Because I know 54 is a dynamic Porsche. And I don't think that is... Well, yeah, I can see Waz. Waz is 55, so it's not Waz. And I don't think Arzumian is here. He was the other. He was the other dynamic. Might be able to catch up with Andreas. Never know. Of course, the misfortunes of French and Tobin. Well, we say misfortunes, but if we're being completely honest, like, misfortune is me getting taken out by Burke. Tobin not pitting is very on him, and he's trying to pit anyways. He should have just stayed out. He's going to get the penalty. I'm pretty sure. Got Adamien covered pretty well. Ooh, I think we just overtook. Oh! See, that would be the third warning. That would be the... And you could... Well... I don't know how much he's getting, because obviously we're comparing it to a track limit cut. We'll have a look next time through when I take Eau Rouge, like, fully legally, like, with the brake. I don't think it's really going to matter. I think I'm going to catch Cheney either way, and everyone else is kind of out of reach. Well, maybe not Keckley. Also, where'd Andreas go? Andreas Lasutis has vanished from my screens. Lose a car. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get Cheney probably regardless of what I do with Eau Rouge. It does look like I have just a pace gap to him. And I mean, I got a great pace gap to Keckley. I know that from watching him in qualifying or practice, can't remember which it was, but I think it was practice. But his car looked unstable as shit. But I think well, he's losing a lot of ground to me right now. So maybe. I don't consider that a cut because I lost a bit of control of the car. I think that going wide at Blancimont or Pouhon, which I think are the other two fairly likely cut zones, is not bad. Find out who the drive-through was for here. Alright, let's see. Let's do this proper and see how much time I gained by cutting. Oh, it's Mika what? Never mind. Same kind of result, though. Gets me another silver spot. So, yeah, we were in the green. We're losing, we're losing, we're losing. We're losing. Yeah, I can't believe that's not a track cut. Andreas is in the pits, so we got our answer there. Must have crashed. Because he did not get a penalty. Should have checked that out, I think, beforehand. Because it's going to be hard to penalize that. I'm going to bring it to the steward, and we'll see. But, it's not like Monza Rettifilio, where we were penalizing people for not doing proper things. Because we assumed they were getting... warnings, at least. But we also thought... We had specifically stated beforehand that you were expected to slalom Here there's, you know, the unwritten expectation that you're going to try to maintain rules, obviously. And I think if someone wants to report someone for using the Eau Rouge cutoff to try to make it overtake, I think we could penalize that, but we probably won't do anything about the time game, I don't think. Keckley is only 6 seconds up ahead of the road. What is he doing? Jake Keckley has got to be having some serious problems right now. Either he has got massive damage, or also picked up another spot somewhere. Oh, right. What's penalty? And then I think Tobin just elected to stay in the pit lane, because I think we saw him in there when we went around last time. So I've already got that spot. So it's just the two Mercs ahead of me that I might have something to say about. I particularly would love to get past Keckley, because that's a silver spot. Not much faster than Cheney. So Cheney's kind of found himself after a couple of poor laps. His last two have been laps I'd be happy with. Andrea's still in the pits. That's not good. Tobin must be out. Or we lost somebody, but I think it's Martinez we've lost. Because he was dead last, and he was in the pits for so long. I assume he's left. He usually hangs around, which kudos to him, because it can cause Keckley letting Cheney through. So he is so damaged that he's just let, granted, a teammate through. I can't remember which Cheney is. I think technically this Cheney in the yellow car is actually not on TalkSport, but we know. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Big front end damage. Alright. So 15th. Let's go for more. Don't like that I'm seeing Cliff Hemian up ahead, just because that's a silver spot. I was hoping to more or less clinch the silver cup today. And I'm behind French. I'm behind Hemian. There is someone ahead of Hemian that I assume is not French, but I can't make it out. More than good on fuel, so no worries there. Well, actually, it might. No, it's Arzumian. So Arzumian is here. I have not seen him all race, but he is here. So at the very least, we got the two dynamic Porsches and Hemian's Bentley ahead of me. Who else was up there?
Yellow flag, be careful.
Not seen the yellow flag. So, Cheney ate up 4/10 on him again. I broke for Blancimont because I felt the car losing it a little bit. So we'd be closer if that had not happened. Adamien is running better lap times, but I don't think he'll catch me. He's running about a second and a half faster. I think everyone is doing that track cut. I'm a little annoyed by it because I noticed that Cheney pulls away from me every time. Can't blame him. I can't blame him, but it does feel unsporting. We'll see what people think about it, I guess. Going forward, we know that Eau Rouge is a bit too light with its track limits. Maybe it's just a rain thing, because I know we've seen track cut penalties in the dry. It's obviously less pertinent in the wet because you're going offline, you're going into the deeper water where there's less grip and everything. By the way, 2 more laps after this, so. This is the area where the Mercedes both seem to struggle. I was following Keckley through here earlier. Not in the race, but in practice. He was having a real hard time. I'm noticing Cheney is also having a lot of hard time through here. I thought I'd get Cheney regardless, but it's not appearing to be the case. I don't mind that. Mostly because I don't think you gain a lot of time through there, going wide. Getting a little. I don't think it's nothing. Carrying a little bit more speed, but it's not Eau Rouge levels of bullshit. I don't know if Cheney's cutting every time, because he did cut this time and did a 30.4, so it's possible that I'm overreacting a bit to Cheney. Looks like I'm getting rained on in my room. It's a bit weird.
What? Oh.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out in front.
Didn't pick up spots. Whoever that was, I think it was lap traffic.
Right, man. Leader is on the final lap. Give it the way I can.
Alright, so we got this lap in next.
Oh.
He's probably going to keep ahead of me. I'm not super worried about it. He's a bronze driver. He's not in the whole silver race. Yes, it's going to cost me overall, but I'm not an overall contender. I'm higher in the overall than I honestly think I have any right to be. I'm like 6th place. So I'm not super worried about that. And also with David James missing today's race and Rick Martel probably shut down for the season, I don't think our team has any real hope of bettering itself. Also, Paul's been very laissez-faire about this season, so one would have to say that we don't really deserve to be higher up. I mean, when we're running the silver driver setups, you know there's...
There's a slow car.
Oh, well, that'll do it.
Flag ahead.
That'll do it. That'll do it for the hunt for Cheney. Oh, Rick Benioff.
You weren't on that, so.
Damn it, Paul. Well, yeah, that does it with Cheney. Catching Arzumian, but that's not going to happen. Christopher Becco is another silver that's ahead of me. Andrew Burke. You and I are not on good terms right now. We're not. We are straight up not on good terms. Burke's a weird dude. He's a fast driver. He's a quality driver. He's a consistent driver. I like that he shows up. I like that he communicates stuff, but his refusal to join a team, to me, has always been, which he is paying for in the 9 hour. Oh no. Big lag spike there. Someone left. We're going to talk about that. And it was someone ahead of me that left. Or no, it's not, because I picked up that spot off Rick Benny.
Nice.
Usually you don't get something that big unless there's a custom car involved, which we shouldn't have any.
There's not.
I also have someone with a live mic. I haven't been particularly worried about it because it's been pretty minimal, but we can hear some background chatter now. So I think it's Dave Nelson or Zach Martin. I forget which one of them were flicking up his hot mic. Fireworks are out for whoever picked up the win. Probably Matt Higgs. Let's just get through the bus stop and get to the end. 14th place. It could have been a lot worse.
Alright, checkered flag, good job.
Wish I had one of my better
I'll bring the car back.
laps at the end there. Did I hold my platinum? Or zoom in and was doing it. Oh, a little tight. Good thing I did not do that in the race. Well, there are the results. Get a better look at them in a second. I might as well pull over here. Give you guys a good look. Okay, return to garage. So Higgs did get the win. Dan French second. Congrats to him. Max Simmons on the podium. That's a surpriser. Letelier, Wentworth, Murrah, Martin, Guillermo Taylor. So it's not a good day in the silver. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I only got sixth. Hemian, Becko, Arzumian, Seth Cheney. So the person who left probably was Dave Brock. Let's have a look at Higgs here real quick.
What in the world did Tobin do?
He didn't pit in the window.
Ah.
I knew that when I saw him out there with 2 minutes to go. I'm like,
He
you're not going to make the pit stop, bud. That's
He was literally right in front of me, and I was like, he didn't go into the pit. What is he doing?
He's an idiot, apparently. Like I don't have a better word. I don't have a better word to say it. We got 10 minutes. That's 10 minutes only, guys.
That sucks.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm gonna go check out the replay and see what happened when I got wrecked. Because I'm not happy. Also, we got a big lag spike at the end there. Please try not to leave right at the end of the race. I noticed the car count went down. That might have been like someone's PC crashing or something, though, beyond their control. I don't know.
I'm
Well,
glad I
Zach,
managed to keep it
given
together the
everything-
whole time.
Given everything, we finished all right. I tried to kill myself a few times.
Yeah, you would have definitely finished in front of me if you didn't. You spun out, what, twice?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have definitely been in front of me.
Yeah.
Okay. We can't police it because I didn't mention it before the race, but there were some liberties being taken with Eau Rouge because it wasn't giving cut penalties for some reason. So, in the future, that'll be policed.
Don't know. Didn't cut it.
Yeah, I cut it a couple of times, but I was like in my head counting them as cuts basically, so I
yeah.
got real cautious towards the end because I was at
Interesting.
I cut it 3 times and I should have been like, one
And
more and you get a
should've.
penalty sort of thing.
Yeah.
I got it one good time, but maybe because the way ACC does it, if you don't gain time.
It was gaining time. You can watch my onboard if you
Okay.
want, but I posted a fast lap with a cut.
Your
It was
delta
easily
stuff,
worth 4/10. Like no, it's not even questionable. Not even questionable. And I was chasing down a driver and I saw him do it. And you know what? If it's not going to penalize you, I didn't mention it beforehand. I'm just saying that's like an FYI, future spa races. That's the sort of thing that will net you a penalty.
Given everything, though, went well.
Yeah.
Way less crashes than I thought it was going to be, especially in the beginning. I was kind of surprised.
I thought I got Must not have been there. Where the heck was it? Huh.
There's the
I caught one of the Astons
contact.
right at the end of the lap, right in the bus stop.
I think it's this lap here. I think
But it
it's
was
lap
weird.
4.
I think he was squirreling a
Top
little
HUD.
bit, and then with the wet, I think I squirreled a little. I was trying to stay wide, and then it just looked like
Yeah, there he is, way down the
unfortunate
inside.
wet kind of braking.
And
Mhm.
then,
And next thing you
I
know
want a
is you're
different
like,
view here.
one's tail end is out and one's nose
Yeah,
end is
okay,
in.
so I
Yeah,
can't
nothing
take
you
any
can
blame
do.
for that.
But I
Let's
gotta
have a look at
find
this
it.
cut.
On the McLaren, the back tires are slightly wider than the front, no?
Jesus.
Good
Because
question.
I swear that I don't hit the curb in the front, but I always clip it with my back right.
Maybe it's on 3.
Someone just joined and laughed.
I'm laughing about the race still.
Oh, I thought you left.
Oh,
Thought you laughed and left.
So that's the first one. Then we had the contact with...
I'm really hoping the broadcast picked up on me where I spent a minute as the
Nelson.
leader
Was there
wedged in
contact?
pit road.
What happened here? Okay, it's not this lap. Maybe next
Are you
lap.
fast? Too fast.
Yeah.
I couldn't get below the 230s. Like I don't know
Let's have a
how.
look at
I
Nelson.
just clipped him. That was tough, man. That was so hard. I was out on the paint trying to stay wide even, and I just couldn't hold it.
So I'm down
Yeah.
the inside.
Not easy to
Sucks.
pass around here, is it, Paul?
Here, I'll
I
share
hate this
that
track
one.
in general,
That was-
but no, it's impossible.
No, you had way more
Uh,
speed than me, but were really hung up behind me for a long time.
Here, take a look at that one.
My
I'll
speed
back
was
it up.
fake speed, trust me.
Paul, it looked like you were on like the exit of
Love a
every turn
look.
almost. I could just see you going
Well,
squirrely.
look, and then the
Oh,
last thing I
so it
wanted
was
to review
40 minutes of fighting.
was
I don't like this track to begin with,
the
and-
out of the pit lap.
Oh no, that was the most miserable 40 minutes possible. That was...
Seriously.
And this
At
is
least
the,
you
The
guys
other
were
chat
around.
over there
This
with
is
my
the
team was just
Cheney
non-stop
rejoin.
bitching the entire time. It was...
At least when you guys were around, it was fun. Once I got separated from everybody from a few spins,
this
I
is
was
true.
like, this sucks.
This is true. I actually had fun fighting with
Hey,
you there.
I
but
had a
once I was on my
boring
own-
race from lap 3 onwards, so don't bitch. Because I
I'm
got
not a bitch.
completely wrecked.
Yeah,
Hey,
thanks, Norman.
That's how I felt. That's how I felt for Imola.
I was like 4 seconds off the pace until the pit window
Ugh.
opened, and I'm like, oh.
I had an amazing race, went from 19th to 6th, and then I missed the pit window, and then I got stuck in the pits.
This chain, I think.
And that's
Let's
how you
have
end
a
up.
look at what he
at the end.
does.
Wait, is this Tobin talking? I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay, so-
Literally, you were right in front of me
Scroll.
for the last chance to pit, and I went in, and I was
Yeah,
like,
no, okay. He
So
tried.
I was.
He tried to
My
avoid
tires
it,
felt
so
great. I was doing. I was
it's
like,
just,
oh, I could run out here forever, and I
it's
was just
just gonna
gauging it off my
be
fuel. I totally forgot about the pit window.
The contact with
Oh, that just sucks.
with
Yeah,
Nelson,
well,
which
I guess that's still on me.
I'm not
Contact,
too
you know?
I'm not too angry about.
I've learned something. I think I need to go into AI races, turn the AI to max difficulty, and just do starts over and over and
It's
over.
Yeah.
Because I'm too passive. Like
it's
everyone else is
looking
like way more aggressive. I'm like I'd rather not die lap one. So
Well, the opening lap was actually
I'm
really
with you on
clean.
that, though.
surprisingly,
Everybody seemed
Oh, there's no
super
real contact
contained.
there.
That was nice.
the first crash was on Camel Straight, right?
at. Say, I
That
didn't
was
feel
wild
the
coming
contact.
through that. Yeah.
I don't even
Yeah,
know what
no,
happened.
I'm not gonna report that. I'm gonna
was far enough
chalk that
back.
up to netcode. But
Not what you would think there would be an accident though.
I
Yeah.
will not be chalking this one up to.
Well, that sucks. You could see I was still full break even too, and out on the curbs. I didn't want to go onto the green paint because that would be death.
There we go. Right.
All right. Well,
I
I
just
mean,
freaking- Don't!
And that is it for
depending on how it looks,
today.
it may not be at fault, right?
Silverstone's the finale.
That's
Yeah.
like
We'll see what my
on
championship
Imola when
folks
you know
are
I
like.
got pushed off or whatever.